and I think it's made him a little less intimidating under the hoop.
Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Two big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. And for Boston, Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. White and Brown team up as the backcourt. And it's Hauser in at the 3 slot. This should be a real chess match tonight, Grant. These teams both love to get set up and run their plays.
Yeah, you know, BA, you got two patient teams who execute on exactly what their coach is drawing up for them. Trusting in ball movement to find their shots is the key.
Now here's Dort to the paint. Oh, it's stolen away. Right side Brown. Outside White. Outside Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
And Jason Tatum was fearless on that finish. Went right through the contact.
Screen by Holmgren. Goes up on the baseline. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
Well, it's forcing them to guard at all 3 levels.
Now here's Tatum. His last outing, he had 24 points.
Yeah, elevating his playmaking skills over time, Tatum is a winner who enjoys setting up his teammates.
Pass to Williams. Holmgren outside. Launches a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so it's Boston with it. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Outside, Brown. Clock at 6. Over Dort. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Here's SGA, and it's Oklahoma City with another.
Shea had him guessing on that dribble move. The defender was absolutely lost trying to stay with him.
There's Tatum with the 3. Nails it from 3. Tatum's got 5 points.
This is exactly the start they were hoping for at the offensive end.
Outside, Williams. Dort for 3. Boston with a rebound. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
It seemed like they were forcing shots, and the shooting percentage reflected that.
Well, they just never looked comfortable out there, and part of that is the defense they were facing.
Now here's Brown. Coming off a 22-point game against Philadelphia. Here's Queta. Off target with a jump hook. And so it's Holmgren with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Tim, watching Chet Holmgren, he brings a lot to the table.
Well, absolutely, Brian. He's got a wingspan of 7.5 feet, but still has touch from deep. It's really something to marvel at. Chet is redefining what a stretch big can be in the NBA.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Outside White. On the wing, Tatum. Shoots from 12. Count that bucket. He's got 7.
Yeah, tricky area for some guys, but not Tatum. He can hurt you from mid-range.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla, and he told me one guy that we have to always be cognizant of is Chet Holmgren. Coach explained his biggest impact comes on the defensive end, but we can't overlook his offense. He's a 7-footer with guard skills who can space the floor and is very efficient around the rim. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Brown. No made baskets yet. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
One shot. Yeah, just an all-around talent. The growth we've seen from Brown in this league has been tremendous, and he's got a ring to prove it.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Holmgren with a screen on White. And here's SGA outside. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Boston on offense. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Outside, Brown. And Tatum with the basket on the assist from Brown. And it's 9 points for Jason Tatum.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. On our 2K leaderboard, the NBA scoring leaders over the last 10 games. Jaylen Brown, third.
He's been on an absolute tear offensively. He's found something that's working for him, and he's sticking to it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, coming off a 31-point game against Phoenix.
But he also picked apart the defense with his passing. I mean, this guy can really read the floor.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Pass to Tatum. Here's Kata. And here's Tatum. Puts up a 3. Williams grabs the board. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Dort on the wing. Defended by Hauser. Lets it go. And SGA gets it to go. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points. Boston leading by 5. Hauser outside. Nice ball movement by Boston. There's Tatum with the 3. Dort grabs the miss. Oklahoma City has gone 1 for 5 from 3-point range. A cold start. 4-3. Boston pulls it in. Here's Kata. 8 points in his last time out. On the wing, Tatum. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
His efficiency throughout this game has really been something, and his team has been able to succeed in large part because of it.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 points for him. The 3 ball. Hauled in by Brown.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
The kick to Tatum. Holmgren with the block.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
The defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
And here's Brown for 3. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
You know, Tim, when it comes to deflections and steals, who's better than the Thunder?
The answer, nobody. They pressure the ball, they run swarms of defenders at you, and they have a way of overwhelming and exhausting their opponents.
Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Boston. Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Wallace comes in for Dort. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 14-4 run. Here's White. And here's Brown for 3. Connects from downtown. Brown's got his second bucket of the night.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
SGA against White. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded closely. Wallace outside. Beyond the arc. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Boston leading by 10. To the inside. Here's Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
Now here's Williams. He's scoreless. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one's good.
He got right into the flow of this game, hitting 5 of his first 7 shots.
Outside Tatum. And here's Brown. Give him 8. Inside. Here's Vucevic. And he buries his first look.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. With the postseason in our sights now, what's more important to have, home court advantage or momentum, Greg?
I'd argue both, BA. I mean, if I had to choose one, I'd say momentum, just because you want to be peaking at the right time heading into the playoffs.
And Boston with some changes. Walsh is checked in for Jason Tatum. Shireman comes in for Hauser. And Pritchard is subbed in for Jaylen Brown. Then for Oklahoma City, Joe's checked in for Holmgren. And Mitchell subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Wallace outside. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
Mitchell against White. Nifty move. Here's Walsh. That three's off the mark. Thunder trail by 12. Pass to Wallace. Outside, Williams. Knocks down the long J.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Now Vucevic. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And they're able to recover. 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer Pritchard sinks it from distance. And the Celtics lead by 12.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Here's Wallace. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Boston has gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Outside Pritchard, pass to White. Here's Shireman. Nice ball movement by Boston. Picked by Vucevic. Back to Pritchard. There's the triple. The Thunder with the rebound. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
The key when you go into a hostile territory is play with a purpose and stay true to your game plan. That's what they did. This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
A minute and a half left in the first quarter. Picked by Vucevic. White for 3. Williams grabs the board.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Legs, you look at Jalen Williams coming out of college. Early doubts about his athletic ceiling proving unfounded.
No question about it. There were limitations placed on him as an athlete because he's got a fairly unique build if you think about it. Really long arms and barrel-chested, but his agility really opening eyes.
Well, you can never underestimate the heart, and he plays with a lot of it.
Absolutely.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. Coach Mark Daigneault talked about the Thunder's system of player development, and he said, we try to do things that serve both the team and the individual, and then it's easier for guys to commit to it, and if that happens, then you have an environment that can be pretty powerful. BA, back to you.
Turning potential into production. Thanks a lot, Allie. Vucevic against Williams. Pass to Walsh. Outside White. And again, Boston with the triple.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Thunder trail by 15. Wallace with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Suns in Phoenix. Outside Mitchell. Three-pointer. Sinks the tray. Mitchell's got 6.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for Boston. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. We'll be right back with you shortly. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
And another thing they've done consistently well is attack the paint. They have stayed aggressive under the hoop and gotten high percentage looks.
Taking a look at the Thunder. Aaron Wiggins out there with Cason Wallace. Then it's Isaiah Joe. Then there's Mitchell. And it's Holmgren in at the 5, down low. Now here's Tatum. Lets the 3 fly. Oh, Tatum's triple is pure.
You gotta respect the response from Tatum. I mean, this guy just loves to compete.
Wallace outside. And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. The kick out to Wiggins. Let's go with a 3. Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, trying to cut into that deficit.
Pritchard surviving the D. Tatum, a screen on Mitchell. Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. And the Celtics, another 3.
Well, after making 1 in the first quarter, he's now made 2 here in the second. Starting to get it going a little bit.
Here's Wallace. And Pritchard pulls it down. Celtics lead by 12. Pass to Tatum. Shoots from 12. That won't go either for Tatum. And Holmgren's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Wallace outside. It's Wiggins on the wing. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. There's the double team with Wiggins. Pritchard from outside. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Boston making a switch here. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Mitchell, the pass to Holmgren. Now Wallace. Yet to see a basket. Fires the 3. Boston with a rebound. Tatum's got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside Pritchard. Tatum with a screen. 3-pointer. And again, Boston with the triple.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Wiggins outside. Wallace outside. And there's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Boston making a switch here. Brown's checked in. And also a switch here for Oklahoma City. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's checked in for Mitchell. Boston on offense. They're on a 12-3 run. Pass to Vucevic. From the arc. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Here's Wiggins. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Wiggins. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Wiggins has got 5 points now in the quarter.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
Pass to Tatum. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
Derek White's checked in for Shireman. Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Well, most NBA teams run their offense through their star player. But, Grant, that can leave the team vulnerable when that player has an off night.
You know, in a strange way, it's almost better if your star is out of the game. I know that sounds weird, but those complementary players get increased opportunities and are emboldened to do more. Wow, what a move by Jalen Williams. Offensively, he just has the whole package.
White, good.
They're unafraid to let it rip from downtown, extending their lead.
Outside, Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
Well, and I tell you what, SGA is a bona fide superstar, having another huge night.
And here is Vucevic. 8 points in his last time out. Outside, Brown. Pass to White. Jacks up a 3. Wallace pulls it in. Thunder trail by 18. Outside Joe. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. SGA from distance.
Well, he's certainly not the reason they're down. If they're going to grab the lead here, more guys are going to have to step up.
Tatum with it. Give him 20. Vucevic, a screen on Williams. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Hauser, he's checked in for Pritchard. Then for Oklahoma City, Wiggins comes in for Wallace. And Mitchell subbed in for Joe. Williams passes to Wiggins. And here's Mitchell. Williams on the wing, defended by Hauser. Back to Williams. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. And that's now 7 points for Jalen Williams.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Isaiah Hartenstein's checked in for Oklahoma City. Our 2K leaderboard highlighting the NBA's assist leaders over the last month. 5th on the list, the Thunder.
And over this last stretch, this team has been incredible passing the rock, playing great team basketball.
Boston leading by 13. Outside White. Pass to Hauser. Outside Brown. 6 to shoot. Lets it fly. Boston, no good that time either.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Pass to Holmgren. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the evening. Cadis checked in for Boston. Lou Dort, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. That free throw good from Holmgren.
And what you immediately notice about Chet Holmgren is his uniqueness. He's got size, but also tremendous agility. He can hit outside shots or battle down low.
Pass to Tatum. Here's the three. Score it. 13 shots, 9 makes. Solid.
Well, unless the defense adjusts, I don't see any change here. He has flat out taken over this game with his scoring.
Now here's SGA. Misses the three. SGA against White. Takes a three. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Pass to Dort. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And clearly Dort knows how to operate inside, making his way to a high percentage shot.
Brown against Dort. Brown passes to Queta, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. White against Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, strong finish, SGA.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Boston making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. And Oklahoma City with a change here too. Wiggins is checked in. Boston with the ball. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Hauser outside. To the middle. Here's Brown. Clock at 4. Hey, Brown in traffic.
Can't pin the blame on the defense. Sometimes Brown makes challenging shots right in your face.
SGA finds Williams. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by White.
Well, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
Hauser outside. From downtown. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 4 assists now tonight.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Pass to Wiggins. Can't hit that one. Excellent D there from Hauser. Celtics lead by 16. Here's Queta. He has 6. Kick out to Brown. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Now here's Hartenstein. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Suns in Phoenix.
And he was a force on the glass. Absolutely dominant.
The kick out to Wiggins. From deep. Count it. His 3rd and 5 attempts.
And after not scoring in the first, he's finally starting to get into a groove.
Now Brown. He's got 10. White looking it over. Back to Brown. Pass to White. The 3. Hartenstein pulls it in. Thunder trail by 13. Wiggins down low. He's guarded by White. Dort for three. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Up top, Brown. Over Williams. Brown passes to Hauser. A minute 37 left in the first half of this one. Pritchard from outside. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Wiggins with a screen on Pritchard. And it's SGA missing. Celtics lead by 16. A minute 6 left in the second period. And here's Brown for 3. Hartenstein pulls it in. Oklahoma City has gotten only 4 of 9 from beyond the arc here in the second. With the 10-footer, no good there. 8 for 13 now. And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Celtics. Outside White. Pass to Queta. Outside Pritchard. And the 3 off target. Thunder trail by 16. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's in there. Wiggins got 10 points.
And he is doing everything he can to keep his team in it, trying to lift his teammates up.
Williams against Brown. The 3 is up. That one is off. And so it's Boston up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's their three-point accuracy that has helped them build such a healthy lead. Coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome, everybody, to halftime. NBA action abounds. Let's see what games are tipping off later. For the Knicks, they'll be up against the Hawks out in Atlanta. That one's starting at 7 p.m. Eastern.
It's one to watch, kind of a heavyweight matchup.
That's my favorite.
And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
They're getting destroyed inside. I'm pretty sure even Kenny could get a layup on them right now.
Shaq, I'd get a layup on you every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pick and roll game was just phenomenal.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
And this offense continues to find him in his sweet spots from deep.
Celtics lead by 14. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. White and Brown team up as the backcourt. And it's Hauser in at the small forward position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
You're calling Tatum a capable scorer would be an understatement. He is an elite offensive talent.
From deep, SGA. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Tatum finds White. Outside, Brown. He nails it. That's his 5th make in 11 tries.
When Brown gets the ball this close in, he knows he can finish. Just a matter of execution.
Holmgren outside. Fires the 3. Buries it from 3. Holmgren's got 9.
When he's had the opportunities, he's scored the ball, but they need more from him.
It's White with a drive, and he banks in the layup.
I like the way they've established their offense to start the half. 3 straight makes.
Dort outside. Back to SGA. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. The 3 from Holmgren. Rebound Boston. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, arguably the most feared slasher in the game. Teammate Jalen Williams said, quote, everybody knows what he's going to do, and he's still able to get to spots on a consistent basis. SGA paused a beat before bluntly saying, I get to the rim on anybody. Back over to you.
A nightmare to contain. All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
And that's Shai's favorite spot on the floor. His mid-range game is automatic.
Pass to Hauser. Brown looking around for 3. Williams grabs the board.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. The 3 from Holmgren. Here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
It's a luxury to have a guy like Hartenstein on the offensive glass, always ready to collect and then finish off on those missed shots.
Tim, when you talk about Isaiah Hartenstein, how impressive has his development been?
He's a former second-round pick, BA, and he wasn't really a key rotation player in this league until year 4. But now he's become invaluable as a dirty work big man.
Thunder trail by 18. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Tim, you graduated with an MBA from an elite business school. How has that impacted how you look at the NBA?
Well, it certainly gives you a look at how the business side of things are impacted in the NBA and a real grasp of the numbers. And man, oh man, are those numbers big at this level.
Now looking at the 2K leaderboard, specifically which teams have created a lot of turnovers and cashed in on the other end during the last 10 games. The Thunder in second.
Well, over these last few games, they've been putting excellent pressure on the ball handlers and then turning those forced errors into easy points.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dort, left side. With some arc, Boston pulls it in. Kate has got rebound number 7 tonight. Boston leading by 18. Outside White. Driving to the basket. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Dort. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Hartenstein. He's guarded by White. The kick out to Williams. The 3 is up. Fires in the triple. Williams has got 10.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
It's Brown on the wing. Dort grabs the miss. Thunder trail by 15. Down low. Here's Holmgren. Holmgren with a big reach.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
And White has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Pass to Hauser. They set a pick. Outside Tatum. Lets it go from deep. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Oklahoma City's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Holmgren deciding where to go with it. Williams from long range. The rebound, Celtics. Tatum's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside, Brown. Pass to Hauser. There's the 3. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Hauser's gotten his 2nd bucket.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Gilgeous-Alexander against White. Ooh, Shea showing no fear inside.
You're making it look easy. Gilgeous-Alexander is so skilled. The ball on a string, and we see him do this time and time again.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Here's White. Give him 8. Outside, Brown. The 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, B.A. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
Hartenstein showing you a little bit of flair right there. Very stylish on that dunk.
Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. And here's Tatum. He's got 26. Here's the floater. Hey, Tatum getting it done inside.
The floater can be a tricky shot, but that's the right choice.
Outside, SGA. Williams, a screen on White. Puts it up. And it's Oklahoma City with another.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Tatum against Holmgren. Tatum with it. 28 points for him. Shoots over Holmgren. Tatum can't hit. Williams on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Hartenstein with a screen on White. Williams misses. Celtics lead by 12. Oh, got a piece of it. Tatum against SGA. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tatum with a screen. White for 3. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Dort outside. Pass to Hartenstein. Williams from long range. That's good. And now he's 5 for 11 in this one.
Yeah, Williams that time perfectly in rhythm. Just catch and release.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And Boston with some changes. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Queta. Walsh comes in for Tatum. And Pritchard is subbed in for Hauser. Then for Oklahoma City, Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wallace comes in for Chet Holmgren. And Isaiah Joe subbed in for Dort. Here's Brown. 14 points for him. Outside Pritchard. Here's White. Fires from deep. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Energy and activity. That is how Brown earns fouls like that.
All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
Well, and how about the damage they've done attacking the basket? The defense has had no answers for how to slow them down in that area. I love the aggressiveness.
And Legs, is someone who has seen some of the great perimeter defenders over the years. Who's the best you've ever seen?
Well, the best defense, Brian, I ever played against were those mid-90s Bulls teams when you had to go up against Jordan and Pippen on either wing. And then more modern-day players like Drew Holiday, even a guy like Tony Allen when he was in Memphis, they stand out to me as well.
First team all-defense, Tony Allen.
Year in, year out, a nightmare to go up against.
And he nails the third.
What makes Brown special is his blend of smarts and effort level. Not just an intelligent player, he also gives you a phenomenal amount of energy out there.
Here's SGA from 13 feet. Down it goes. SGA's got 8 points here in the quarter.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Vucevic gets the bucket.
There's a reason Vucevic shoots a great percentage. So adept and skilled at scoring inside.
SGA passes to Joe. Wiggins outside. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Clock at 6. Shoots over Pritchard. Oh, the Thunder tack on 2 more.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
He's doing everything he can to keep him in this game, finding good looks.
Now here's Pritchard. 12 points for him. It's Vucevic, high post, over Williams. Vucevic's shot is off. Thunder trail by 9. Outside, SGA launches it. Boston pulls it in. Vucevic has got 5 rebounds tonight.
So far, he hasn't done a lot of damage from 3. Only had that 1 in the first half.
And it's Vucevic again missing.
Yeah, no reason to fade away there.
Pass to Williams. To the inside, Joe. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Joe's got 5.
Great use of the bounce pass right there, setting up his teammate.
Talk about a guy who's really broken out. How about Aaron Wiggins, Tim?
Well, BA, he certainly has. He's the former 55th pick in 2021. And you look at the versatility on both ends. He can shoot it, drive it, and defends multiple positions.
With the fadeaway. Good on the bucket. Vucevic has gotten 4 this quarter.
Just a threat from all 3 levels. Nicola can hit from the inside, outside, and in between.
Pass to Williams. Wallace outside. Fires for 3. Boston pulls it in. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Pritchard finds Brown. 41 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Outside White. Now Vucevic. Over Williams. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist from White. White's got his 4th assist with that last one. Pritchard against SGA. Wallace outside. Takes the 3. Here's SGA. And it's Oklahoma City with another.
And you don't typically see SGA on the offensive glass, but if the ball comes his way, he will cash in.
Here's Brown. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Boston. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, coaches love unselfishness, and this is exactly what they're referring to.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Cason Wallace out there with Holmgren. Then there's Mitchell, then it's Isaiah Joe, and it's Williams in at the 5, roaming the paint. Wallace's shot is good.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
This is what the fans came to see. A lot of great plays going back and forth.
Vucevic gets the bucket.
You just have to love how Vucevic has developed his offense. It's a blend of power and finesse. He's very versatile at that end of the floor.
Now here's Holmgren. Tight defense on him. And it's Holmgren fighting through the contact.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
The Celtics making a switch here.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good from Holmgren.
Well, you look at Holmgren as a modern center. He has the perfect combination of height, shooting, and defense.
Vucevic, the pass to Tatum. Shakes him. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
And that one falls for Tatum.
And Tatum is really a prototypical player for today's NBA. He's a do-it-all wing with great size, an effective jump shot. Plus, he's got that hunger you want in a star player.
Williams passes to Wallace. To the paint. Outside for Mitchell. Holmgren with a screen on Pritchard. The 3 from Mitchell sends it home from 3-point land.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Tatum looking it over. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 6-point game. Pass to Williams. Over Vucevic. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
And that is great leadership. He certainly has that clutch gene that every team needs.
Here's Gonzalez. And the 3-pointer goes. And the Celtics lead by 7.
Yeah, I mean, they put so much focus on Vucevic, it leaves a wide open man.
Mitchell, the pass to Holmgren. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. And it's Mitchell. The miss. Celtics lead by 7. Inside. Pritchard, the pass to Vucevic. Back to Pritchard from behind the arc. That one falls. Coming off the Vucevic feed. Vucevic has got 3 assists in the game.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, with each bucket, he denies any thought of a comeback.
Back to Mitchell. Screen by Holmgren. This one for three. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside Pritchard. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Gonzalez. Right side Tatum. Shoots over Holmgren. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. Holmgren's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. There's the three. And the basket by Joe.
And the shot selection has been great, but the volume isn't where it needs to be.
Now Pritchard. And there's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Then for Oklahoma City, Williams is checked in for Williams. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. Right side Pritchard. Vucevic, a screen on SGA. Pritchard, no good.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Holmgren against Brown. And here's SGA to the middle. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
That's a great find by SGA. And remember, at 6'6" and a point guard, he has a great view of the floor.
Pritchard with it. On the wing, Tatum. Williams defending. 6 on the shot clock. From down low. And it's Tatum missing.
Yeah, this quarter has just been a struggle for him offensively.
Now here's Wallace. The teardrop. The basket drops. And he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Watching the trajectory on a floater never gets old. One of the most fun ways to score that this league has.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Hauser, he's checked in for Shireman. And it's White in for Pritchard. Carlson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Jalen Williams comes in for Joe.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. No shot.
Tim, you look at Cason Wallace. He has been a plug-and-play defensive guard in this league.
Well, B.A., you're talking about a guy who wants to pick you up full court every minute he's on the floor. He is just tireless and relentless on the defensive end. He's the kind of player every coach wants to have. Regardless of his minutes, he makes the impact defensively.
I've heard you say it before. The fastest way to minutes, if you're a young guy, is on the defensive end.
Coaches are taking notice of that want-to factor.
Thunder trail by 4. Wallace outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. And he's 6 for 12 after that one.
Man, he is stronger than he looks, trust me. I mean, Williams has the bulk to win those tough battles inside.
Hauser outside. Pass to White. 4-3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
And here's SGA. Back to Holmgren. Down low. Carlson. Can you tie it up? That one misses.
And you know they were praying for that one to go down.
And that's okay. Just put it in your rearview mirror and move on to the next play.
Here's Brown. Can't get it to drop. Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Wallace. Williams in the post. Defended by Hauser. Williams misses. The Celtics with the lead. Brown passes to Vucevic. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
What I love about Vucevic is he's aggressive looking for his shot, which draws the defense's attention.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Thunder.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
And something else that has stood out to me is the defense hasn't had any chance at stopping them in the mid-range.
The first free throw is good.
You love a big man like Vucevic. Puts in the effort to keep improving. For example, look at what he's done with this perimeter shooting.
Here's what Oklahoma City's going with right now. Isaiah Hartenstein's checked in for Carlson, and it's Lou Dort in for Wallace. And so he hits both.
Yeah, they've really made a concerted effort to get to the line here in the second half.
Thunder trail by 4. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Tatus checked in for Vucevic. Pass to Hartenstein. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. On target from range. SGA's got 15 points in just the second half. Dort against Brown. Outside Tatum. It counts! And the foul! It's going to go on Chet Holmgren.
Having added so much strength, Tatum can take the contact and stay balanced.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Trailing by 4. To the paint. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Nice to see Hartenstein assert himself offensively.
Pass to Brown. Now here's Tatum. Back to White. From the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Here's SGA. 6 to shoot. No good. That would have tied it. The Celtics have gotten 6 of their 13 shots to go. Back to Tatum. Outside White. Beyond the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 rebounds now.
After making 2 threes in the first half, the defense has really tightened up on him here, and he's yet to hit one in the second.
Here's Hartenstein. Williams outside to take the lead. It's good from beyond the arc.
Williams is like a vibe. I mean, this guy gets it. He knows they need points there, and he takes it upon himself to deliver.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Hauser outside. Here's a pass to Tatum. Takes a three. Cash from downtown.
Well, controlling your heart rate in big moments like this is something that coaches talk about, and this guy can do it.
SGA against White. Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander takes the contact.
Huge bucket by SGA. What a sense for the big moment.
Here's a pass to Tatum. 11-footer is good.
When this team needs a bucket, it naturally looks for Jason Tatum, and he typically comes through.
SGA. Dort fires. Money from three.
Tenacious stuff from Dort. I mean, he knows the situation and is dead set on getting them a bucket.
Tatum, wide outside from downtown. Holmgren there for the rebound.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
Now pass to Williams. SGA got a hand on it. Outside, Brown. Here's White, beyond the arc. Three-pointer goes up, three-pointer goes down for White.
He's really become a better all-around player. Brown's passing continues to evolve. Nice find.
Outside Williams. For three. Oh, no good. Well, the Celtics shooting has been good, around 52% from the field. Tatum. It falls!
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
Free throw, no good. Now here's Holmgren, defended by Hauser. Cashes it in!
That is a big bucket by Hartenstein. He is locked in offensively.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, BA, the clock is theirs to burn.
Jason Tatum! Cleared away by Hartenstein.
They can't go empty on any of their possessions from here on out.
And they need to continue to play with urgency.
SGA. Oh, money!
And you just know that Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be the one taking these shots. How clutch!
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. They led the game at one point by 20. Outside Tatum. Tatum like a freight train coming. White outside. From deep. No good from three. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. 2 big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. Here's SGA. Outside Dort. Jacks up a 3. Oh, it's off target. Well, the Celtics shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. Here's Keita. He's guarded by Hartenstein. Brown outside. 6 on the shot clock. And the 3 misses.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's the pass to Williams. Here's Holmgren. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. White with a steal. Tatum. Oh, look at Tatum. What a finish.
And I bet he wishes they could play this team every night. Things are going great out there offensively.
Now Holmgren. Towering on the interior. Holmgren.
And this is why so many are high on Holmgren. His ability to dominate games with his scoring.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And that one drops. So now they lead by 1. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for Boston. Well, overtime basketball. About a minute and a half played. Wow, gutsy finish inside by Brown.
Brown taking on all challengers. This kind of fearless approach is what his teammates and coaches love seeing.
Now pass to Williams. Outside Holmgren. Fires the 3. Williams fires. Oh, the long ball, no good.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss was just on him.
Tatum with a screen. Hauser with it. Working on Williams. Williams rips down the board.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
Overtime basketball, folks. If you're just tuning in, we're just over 2.5 minutes in. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Dort. He launches. Oh, it's off. Here's Keita. Here's a pass to Tatum. Boy, what an exciting game here with 3 minutes played in OT. Bucket is good!
You like the way Tatum can sliver around to get his shot.
Thunder trail by 3. Now SGA. Oh, he missed the jumper! The Celtics have gone 3 for 6 from the floor here in OT. Here's a pass to Tatum. 7-footer. Tatum showing off the strength.
Off contact, but just a beautiful shot by Tatum. He's added so much strength through the years. Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Now Brown, lets loose for 3. Downtown, Jaylen Brown.
A dangerous shooter from all areas. Brown's eyes get real big when he shoots these corner threes.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, the shot is off. The Celtics have gone 5 of 8 here in OT. Tatum with it. Now guarded by Holmgren. Rejected by Holmgren.
That is just great rim protection by Holmgren.
And stolen by Brown. And that's an intentional foul. Two points here could be the only cushion they need, Grant.
Hard to say. Crazier things have happened in this league.
And Williams over to help. And stolen by Holmgren.
Only one defender will get the steal in the stat sheet, but both guys made an impact there on D. These moments are important for Holmgren's development. Needs to keep sinking those big-time shots.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Adding these extra points is a huge difference this late in the game.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Holmgren outside. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. It's deflected. And now we've got an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop.
They've been a different squad here in overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy level.
Buries it from outside!
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
Good on the first, and that puts him up 5. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, analytics aside, players making important free throws is always valued by their team.
And the Thunder call time here. Just 4 seconds left to play in overtime. Guys, what do you think?
Not an ideal situation for them. They've got to make a 3, then foul, hope for some misses, and make another 3.
SGA buries it!
Well, he's having a big scoring night, but he's doing it extremely efficiently. This is impressive.
And so it's Boston who scrapes by with the win. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then their surge at the end. Whew.
All right, to Allie LaForce with our player of the game.
Jason, with you guys being such a young team, how do you continue to improve to reach your potential?
We got to watch film. I mean, we did a lot of good things today. There's a lot of things we could have done better. And we just got to be focused, composed, play with a lot of boys, and we'll be fine.
Poise normally comes with experience, but because you're so young, you're finding it early. Congrats.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And let's reveal our player of the game, Jason Tatum.